What's up everyone, it's Shaker here at Film Gob, and I wasn't planning on doing a full review for Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, but I managed to see it this afternoon and I want to give you a reaction, some thoughts, give you a bit of a rant about what I thought about this movie. I had low expectations going in because none of the trailers and none of anything I read about the movie had me excited like I was for Force Awakens. So going in, I had low expectations, and having seen the film, it didn't even live up to my low expectations. So if it wasn't for the last third of this movie, I would feel that this was a bad film. For most, like the first half of the movie, I'm thinking this is nothing, this is boring, it's bad. And I'll give you some idea on why I feel that way. So straight away from the opening scene, once the opening scene's out the way, because we never got the opening crawl, and I'm okay with that, I'm fine, if you want to do something different that's okay. But after the opening scene, you've got Rogue One in big letters. It's so lazily kind of done and so poor and with no emotion. I just didn't feel anything the way they did that. You've got... I'll come to the characters and performances in a bit, but let me say, the film's directed by Gareth Edwards. This guy directed one of the biggest pieces of shit I've seen in the cinema for a while, Godzilla. And a lot of the problems I had with that movie are present here in Rogue One, where you've got this kind of... the way it's edited, the way the movie flows, it's just very jarring. There's something about it that just didn't feel right, and I just couldn't get into it, especially the first half of the movie. I just thought overall, it's something about his direction just fucking terrible. And this guy, whatever movie he's doing next, whether it's anything Star Wars related again, or if he's doing Godzilla 2 or anything like that, I'm not going to watch it because this guy's fucking shit. When it comes to the musical score, the epic kind of Star Wars score, this movie features... It doesn't... The John Williams didn't score this movie. It was passed to Michael Giacchino. I think Giacchino, whatever his surname is. I think it was given to someone else at first, and then Michael Giacchino took over. And there's something about it that doesn't hook me into it as much as other previous Star Wars movies. Whatever's going on screen, you know, is big and it's exciting, it's supposed to be exciting, and then the music's supposed to match it. I just felt that there was some kind of disconnect, and it didn't really hook me in the way I would expect a Star Wars movie to do with the musical score. The musical score is supposed to be part of, it's almost like a character on its own, and this did not feel like that at all. So the first half of the movie that I had the problem with the most is we're getting introduced to all these characters, but we never get any kind of time with them. There's not much dialogue between them. I think Diego Luna, his character Cassian, he is probably the best overall because he has some lines that kind of got some emotion, or kind of got to connect with that. But let me tell you that Jyn Erso, played by Felicity Jones, she is awful. She is fucking terrible. Every scene that she was in, or anything, any kind of emotion that she was trying to portray on screen, just I could not believe how bad she was, and it just didn't get better. She kind of stayed the same kind of level mediocrity throughout the whole film, and I couldn't believe what I was watching. She had lines in the trailer which were bad, and those lines did not make it into the movie, but her performance was still bad in the movie, the whole movie. You have the other characters like Donnie Yen, who's mumbling something about "I am one with the Force" for the entire film. You had this droid, K2SO or something like that, and he was supposed to be the comic relief. I did like his dialogue, I did like his interaction with the characters, but the human characters, but there was something about it that just felt off. Everything in this movie feels off, like it doesn't fit together. You have Mads Mikkelsen, who, you know, this is the guy who is supposed to have created the Death Star, and he comes and goes in the movie like, oh well, you're dead. We stole your plans, and you were turned out to be a traitor, and we killed you. Goodbye. So there's no kind of, I couldn't get into the characters. There was no kind of weight to them. Yeah, you're right. Everyone dies in one way or another. Everyone dies. All the rebels die in this movie who were, planning on taking the plans to the Death Star. A digital Peter Cushing. Now, you need to understand, when you watch Star Wars Episode 4, you've got Peter Cushing, you've got that scene with him and Darth Vader and the other generals, and the set is very well lit. You go and watch Episode 4, that scene with Peter Cushing, Darth Vader, everything is very well lit. You can see Peter Cushing's face, you can see him acting, he looks like a human being. And Rogue One, for some, they want to, oh, look at this great technology, we're bringing back Peter Cushing from the fucking dead. He's a digital Peter Cushing, clouded in shadows and dark rooms, and his face barely moves. So what was the fucking point of doing that? Like, it's so jarring and weird. So that was a huge problem, and it's not just one scene. He's in quite a few of the scenes, and it's kind of impressive. But then you go back to watching Episode 4, and you've got the well lit, real Peter Cushing. It is a very kind of jarring experience watching that. And then at the end you get Princess Leia, also a young Princess Leia, all digital, and she gets to say a few words, and she looks like a very weird doll type CGI thing. Now, if it wasn't for the last, half an hour, 40 minutes of this movie, where that the kind of battle takes place to steal the plans of the Death Star and beam it up to the Alliance, the Rebel Alliance. If it wasn't for that whole kind of third act, this movie would suck. And sure, even in that last third, there's visually it's very good, and they're going for that kind of war look, like an epic war movie. Now you've got Darth Vader, who you see him earlier speaking to Ben Mendelsohn's character, so they have a scene together there. Then you've got, right at the end, pretty much in the last 5 minutes, you get to see Darth Vader, and you've got the plans that a disc has been given to the Rebel Alliance kind of soldiers. They're in a hallway, the door gets blocked or malfunctions or something, they turn around, dark corridor, you see Darth Vader's fucking lightsaber come on, and he's fucking slashing people, cutting through them and fucking using his force, and all at the same time. It's a beautiful scene, but it lasts, a minute? And you're trying to tell me they cannot come up with a movie for just Darth Vader hunting down Jedis and rebels. You can't do a movie like that, but you're going to give him 1 minute in fucking Rogue One, and you're making Star Wars fucking spin-offs for a young Han Solo and a fucking Ben Kenobi movie. Give me a fucking break. This is fucking, when he comes on screen, I was, yes, I want to see this, and then you see that in the last minute as well. I was like, that's what I want to see. But no, we're going to get a young Han Solo, kind of more retarded fan fiction about, losing his Millennium Falcon to a bet or some shit like that. The whole movie, I'm thinking, was this really a story that needed to be told on screen, 2 hours long? And the answer is no. There's nothing here that makes you... If you've not seen the movie, you might as well just wait until the best scenes are on YouTube. Like, seriously, you do not need to see this movie. You're not missing out on much. Wait for the best clips to come out on YouTube. It's strange to say how frustrating this movie is. For a Star Wars movie to not feel like a Star Wars movie, for the music to not kind of connect in the way... I don't even think there was a Wilhelm scream in there. Like, fuck that. I want to hear a Wilhelm scream. You've got characters that have no kind of weight, and their performances are either average or just fucking awful. And the best bits last a few minutes. So a 2-hour movie where there's only a handful of scenes that I can say, yes, I would like to watch that again. Overall, pretty poor. For most of the movie, I was thinking this is a 2.5 out of 5. The last act of the movie, I could say, yeah, bumps it up to a 3. But other than that, yeah, I would not recommend this, guys. I'm not going to do a full review. I'm not going to do a written review. So maybe Shorty can finish this video better than me. So, Shorty, take it away. Fuck you, Shaker. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Shorty Makes Shortbread, and I'm back with another rotten review you love so much. Yeah, you love my rotten reviews, don't even lie. Okay guys, no time for an introduction. Time to go to the Rotten Tomatoes. And let's go to the Rogue One page. And look at this, 84%. This is bullshit, guys. Shaker has seen the movie and it sucks. So I'm going to give it a rotten review, even though I've not seen it myself. Fuck off. Check this out, guys. Felicity Jones, she sucks. Shaker's seen a movie. She is so bad, guys. I have to put black tape on her face. There you go. Haha. Now check out all these fresh reviews. Looks like they were all paid off by Disney. No doubt about it. So you know what that means, guys. I can only trust the rotten reviews because check this out. There's quite a few rotten reviews and all I'm going to do is copy them. Let's do the good old copy. Copy, 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 copy. And then we paste that son of a bitch and then we leave it a half-star, guys. That's how rotten reviews work. And while we're at Rotten Tomatoes, check this out, guys. Passengers is only at 17%. 12 reviews, 10 of them rotten. Haha, stick that in your face, Chris Pratt. Stick that up your bumhole, J-Law. Haha, fuck off.